You know, this guy was a multifaceted individual. He was a literary guy. He earned a teaching degree. He played guitar. He was a great actor. All around a great guy. Were it not for a back injury that really hampered the tail end of his career, he could have been probably a top 5 defenseman in the NHL for years, but, bad luck. But we all remember him as one of the most underrated defensemen of the late 70s, early 80s. Now, Ben Wilson, born Behn Alexander Ben Wilson on December 9, 1958 in Toronto, played 9 seasons in the NHL for the Flyers and the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, he first came to minor hockey prominence by skating the 1971 Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament with a minor squad from Toronto. Now, at the peak of his career, a big drink of water, 6'3", 210, big left shot on defense. He played his junior hockey primarily with the Ottawa 67s, and then the Windsor Spitfires, and then Kingston of the OMJHL. But he also skated with Don Mills, that great MTJHL formation in 1975 with 69 points in 44 games. Well, this is kind of bizarre, ladies and gentlemen. Before his draft year, he played minor pro in Kalamazoo. He had 9 points in 13 games. But his draft year in Kingston, he had 76 points in 52 games, including 18 goals. Now, he was an all-star for the OMJHL, played in their annual classic in 1977 for Ottawa. Now, he began his minor career, get this, as a goalie. But he was eventually, he turned to the forward lines and defense, and eventually traded by Ottawa with Johnny Wilson to Windsor in exchange for the great Jimmy Fox in December of '76. Now, he was also a talented actor throughout his junior career, appearing in several plays in Toronto, including Othello, A Midsummer's Night's Dream, and The Mikado. Now, he debuted with Philadelphia. They took him top 6 in the '78 draft, 6 overall. And eventually became a big factor on Philadelphia's defense. First game was against the Rangers, October 12, '78, but he did lead Philadelphia to the Stanley Cup Finals in 1980. Was an all-star for Philly in '81. That year he led Philadelphia with assists, but he also led the team in penalty minutes in '79 with 197. Now, he moved over Chicago in the Crossman-Mellenby deal, and eventually became a penalty minutes leader in Chicago in '84 and '85, with 84 in the regular season, 143 in the '84 regular season to lead the squad, and 60 in the playoffs in '84. Now, he got on the mark early in his pro career. He scored a goal in his first NHL preseason game and had 2 assists in his first NHL game. Now, in '79, his rookie year, he finished 4th in voting for the Calder Trophy. Now, he also played on the Philly team that set an NHL record in '79-80 with 35 games undefeated. Now, we set Philadelphia's single-season record since broken for points, 63 and assists by defensemen in '81, and he led all NHL defensemen with 174 shots on goal in that '81 campaign. Now, he also scored a penalty shot versus Buffalo goalie Don Edwards on December 17, '81. But the injuries started to pile up, ladies and gentlemen. '82, he missed part of the season with a groin pull. Missed part of '83 with a severe groin pull, an injury suffered in October of '82. And he was also suspended 6 games during the '83 season for eye-sticking Rangers goalie Glenn Hanlon during a February 19 game in Philly. Now, his big pairing on defense was the rugged Keith Brown in Chicago in '84. He also played left wing for Chicago for part of the season. Now, he also helped set an NHL playoff record for fastest 3 goals by both teams in one game, where he scored the first goal of a 3-goal flurry in 21 seconds during Chicago's May 7, '85 game at Edmonton. Curry scored 14 seconds later after Wilson, and then Glenn Anderson scored 7 seconds after Curry counted. Now, injuries prevalent again. Missed parts of '86 season with a viral infection, suffered in November '85, and with a knee injury, suffered during a game against Toronto, February 13, '86. Now, he missed the end of the '86 playoffs and the entire '87 season with back spasm suffering stemmed from an injury suffered during Chicago's April 5th '86 playoff game against Toronto. Now, he was also suspended indefinitely by Chicago for refusing to report the team's '88 training camp. Still under contract, Wilson was demanding salary arbitration. He announced his retirement on September 21st, 88 to pursue a career in business. He was eventually left unprotected by Chicago in the 88 NHL waiver draft, but was claimed by Vancouver but never played in the Canucks organization because he stuck with the earlier decision to retire. Now, just like Clark Gillies, he didn't fight very often. When he did, he scared his opponents. But fan polls have shown at the time he was one of the NHL's most feared fighters during his playing days, and I should remember. There was, I think, a fight against, it could have been Wilf Pema with Toronto, and he hit him with an overhand right, and let me tell you, I didn't hear chicklets fly, but I think he rang his bell because Pema, was a hard nut, but he was dirty as well. Now, we're talking about how he's a well-rounded individual. He studied economics at the University of Toronto during his off-seasons of his playing days. Now, he also earned a Canadian teaching certificate in speech and drama. In his spare time as well, he played classical guitar. Now, the trade, again, still a head-scratcher. Philadelphia traded Wilson to Chicago in exchange for Doug Crossman and the return of his own 84 second-round pick, which was Scott Bellaby on June 8, 83. Flyer fans really wonder what happened there. Now, in his junior career, he was a highlight reel because his end-to-end rushes and his penalty minutes in his junior career made a lot of what he called evening sports broadcasts. Now, he eventually became, like I said, one of the most durable players that Philadelphia and Chicago had. But like I said, the injuries and the possibility of a better career, monetary-wise, outside of hockey, really lured him. But for the 10 years he was in the NHL, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at statistics very quickly. 49 points, 34, 63, 36, 32, 32, 33, 60, and 29. Goals. 13, 9, 16, 13, 8, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 13, 6. So when he was healthy, ladies and gentlemen, a typical 15, 20 goal defenseman. Again, dirty on the power play, big shot, wasn't scared to drop the gloves. The biggest battles he had was in that Stanley Cup year when he had 212 minutes and 237 minutes and 81. The big run, of course, 19 games in the playoffs. They came within 2 games of the championship, 13 points and 4 goals in those 19 contests. So final NHL totals, again, easily could have played 1,000 games, but injuries and other factors. 601 contests, 98 goals, 260 assists, 358 points, 1,480 minutes and penalties. Nice total, almost 1,500. And in the playoffs, 41 points, 67 games, 12 goals, and 190 minutes in playoffs. So, but I look at that Kingston Canadiens season, 76 points in 52 games. But to my knowledge, maybe, ladies and gentlemen, you can back me up. Of the modern era, how many people played minor pro before being drafted? It's got to be less than 20. And the IHL Kalamazoo boys, they had a good team that year, and he was just, like I said, Windsor too was a good location for him. Like I said, he put up a lot of great stats in Ottawa as well. Don Mills was a good for him as well. So for those almost 2 decades, again, a top 5, top 10 defenseman in every league he was in, and he could have won the Calder, but like I said, bad luck and a few injuries. Never played a full season. Sort of like his groin was like Bobby Orr's knee, always giving out now. Because every time Wilson was not playing, the announcer would say, "Oh, recurrent groin injury," and big guys, that's what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the legend of Ben Wilson. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, and subscribe. This was a special request by one of our followers of our channel. I'm sorry now I was too late getting to it this week, but as we like to say up North Shore, I spent most of the last couple of days trying to recover for the Kraken draft because Carey Price almost get drafted, made me a little bit nervous, as we say. Thanks for listening. Bye.